So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bullets Gotti. You already know what it is. This video right here that we doing, we gonna talk about Suge. Suge been dropping a lot of gems in his last past interviews with all the dialogue. Shout out to my brother Art. You know, I want to give him his credit. I want to give him his flowers on this. Shout out to Art. Definitely shout out to Art, cause Art been putting out top tier content. I know Vlad is throwing punches in a fit. Math high for all these dudes in a fit. That Art is really shutting the game down. He locking it down. I think between me and Art, we got the best. We had the best interview so far. I would say 2024, and then going into 2025, we've been going viral. So shout out to my brother Art. I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen his build, his rise, his channel, and he's always been a supporter of mine. So I just want to give him his flowers. But so Suge dropped another one. Shout out to everybody that's been saying this. So Suge, in this last interview he did, he talked about Ray J, and he talked about Whitney Houston's death, and he talked about Snoop again. Right now, in the last interview, I'm about to play that clip where he talked about Snoop, and he talked about what happened after Snoop went and did the interview with Angie Martinez and was bigging up. And now he's talking about Snoop having a hand in Pac's murder and Ray J. You know, so let's just play the clip. I'm gonna play the previous clip, and then I'm gonna play this Ray J clip. So let's play the clip where he talked about Pac punching Snoop in the face.
Now fast forward.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, as you can hear, Suge addressed, what happened with Pac and Snoop. With Snoop getting punched by Pac. So now that Suge is saying that, now all roads lead back to this conversation, because everybody know Ray J is Brandy and, Snoop is Ray J and Brandy's cousin, right? Daz also is Ray J and Brandy's cousin also. So, with the conversation being said, Suge putting allegations out there. Now, we've heard the rumors about Ray J having something to do with Whitney's murder. And now Suge is basically speaking about it on All the Dialogue. And he also said that Snoop is the main culprit for Pac's murder. Let's listen to a little bit of it. Shout out to All the Dialogue. We gotta give them his credit. Shout out to All the Dialogue.
I'm quite sure it's
So, Suge dropping bombs. Now, here's my opinion on it. Everything that Suge is saying, a lot of people's been saying this. Now, with Snoop, the Ray J thing, with Whitney, it's a lot of different pieces to that, right? A lot of people said Ray J and the godson had something to do with it. So it's a lot of different pieces, moving pieces with that, right? But with the Snoop thing, there's no missing pieces with that. The truth has been in your face. Shout out to RJ Barnes, who's been exposing this. And Reggie and Suge ex-wife Sharita and them all, even Warren G, has put these clues out there. See, everybody wanted to say Puff, 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 Puff. Bad Boy has something to do. Zip. All these people had something to do with the demise and the death of Pac. And then they love to say that Suge has something to do with the death of Big. But none of it was true. But what Russell Poole has been saying, and even R.J. Barnes has been saying, that Kevin Gaines killed Tupac, who was Snoop Dogg's security for Right Way Security. How we know that is because Sharita and Reggie was on a phone conversation speaking about Kevin Gaines being Snoop's security guard for Right Way Security. People forget that if you go back and you listen to what Warren G said on Drink Champs, they had a walkie-talkie there. He said in an interview. And they heard what happened. So, with that being said, you know, it was a lot of moving pieces. But not only that it was moving pieces, but it was a lot of treachery going on. Y'all got to remember, the East-West beef started off of Snoop. It didn't start off of Tupac. It started because of Snoop. Snoop started that East-West beef, and a lot of people just don't understand it. Now, I'm not saying that Snoop had anything to do with it, but the details have been out there, you know, and you heard people like R.J. Barnes spoke about it in the documentary that they got right now, the assassination of Tupac, the cover-up. You know, even in the books, you hear them talk about the walkie-talkie. You hear Warren G talk about him being in the house with Snoop. They watching the fight and then they get it on the walkie-talkie. This is not something that people are just going to sit up there and make up a lie and make it sound good. This is dudes that really know what they was talking about. Like they said, Kevin Gaines was Snoop's security guard. Kevin Gaines is the one that they said allegedly killed Tupac. So, how can we believe the shit that they've been saying and trying to make it human? You know, everybody else is tripping. Like Suge just disgruntled, you know? But nobody looks at the fact that it was a backdoor situation going on. They wanted Suge out the way. Kenna, Reggie, they all wanted him out the way. You hear Suge said on his podcast that basically when he was in prison, they was taking liberties. They was going to the Laker games, sitting in his box seat, sitting his in the skybox that he had seats for, wearing his jewelry, driving his cars. There was things that Suge was exposing that people didn't understand, that it wasn't coming from out of left field. It was coming out of the right field. He wasn't disgruntled. He was basically exposing the fact that he got stabbed in the back. You got to look at it like this, right? Harry O got stabbed in the back, right? And then he went on and reunited with the people that he said did him dirty. David Kenner's, the Snoops, the Dre's, and all of them. The people that he sued. That's who he's in bed with now, right? Suge's in jail, right? Suge wasn't supposed to come out that, you know, straight out of Compton shoot alive. He was supposed to get knocked off. But he didn't, you know. And if you watch the Defiant ones, you can hear out of, you know, Dre's mouth, it was out of some of the things that he was saying, you could hear the disdain, like he really wanted this man gone, you know? And when you really look at it, you know, and then you listen to the interviews that Suge's been doing, and you really hear what he's saying, it's a lot of shit that's deeper than rap. You know? Pac lost his life because of a whole, how you say, it was a whole power struggle going on in Death Row. And then when Suge went to jail, they was able to get the company up out of Chalet. See, Reggie stole Suge's company. He stole his company from him. Them stealing the rails and all that. The dude John as the head over there, Bomb First, they stole the rails. A lot of people don't know that. They stole the rails of a lot of Pac's, the music that Pac never put out there. They stole it and put it out there for the world. You know? So, they was doing things that was underhanded. And there was no surprise in that Suge said what he said. Because Pac was in bed. Because Pac, Suge, or really, Pac and Snoop was on bad terms. That's why they didn't go to the fight. That's why they kept saying that, you know, Pac, and because him and Snoop cousin had an issue, that they kept saying that Snoop and them had something to do with Pac's murder. They kept saying that for years. They kept saying that because it had a lot of truth to it. You know, him going on working with Big Dre, who they said was the one that really shot Pac, Big Dre, right? That they said shot Pac. And Snoop was on the album. Orlando Anderson, you know, and them having ties with DPG, right? So when you really look at it, it's like it was a cover up, and they knew they knew what they was doing. Snoop didn't go about it in the right way. Dre didn't go about it because they wanted him out of the way. They wanted Suge out the way, and they wanted Pac out the way. They didn't like the fact that Pac came in and outshined them and was selling more units and doing way better than niggas out the gate. And this is Pac coming off of the biggest selling album ever, All Eyes on Me. You know? That was his biggest project ever. And him coming off of that project, and then him being on Death Row and doing what he did on Death Row, they couldn't stomach that. It started to be, it was love in the beginning, but then it started to be hate. So when Snoop got on the radio and said what he said, it's like, damn, Pac stuck his neck out for Snoop. Pac jumped out the window for Snoop when the trailer got shot up in Brooklyn. You know, Pac went all out for Snoop when nobody else went all out for him. You know, Pac was at the court. Pac was mad with Dre because Dre didn't go support Snoop at the court or at the trial. He didn't even speak in Snoop's defense. Pac was like, yo, you was in the car, yo. You could have spoken his defense that Snoop ain't do nothing. You know, so Pac felt like there was no loyalty there. And then, you know, when Dre left, he didn't go say, yo, Snoop, come with me. He left Snoop out there. And then Snoop had to go to Louisiana to go mess with Master P and them because he was in fear. But nobody looks at, he was in fear of death row, like he said. We had all the protections and this and that, and, you know. But Snoop don't keep it real. You know, for so many years, everybody blamed Puff. Everybody blamed Puff. Puff, 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 Puff. And it was never Puff. It was never Puff. It was never Big. It came from in-house. And this is what Russell Poole was saying. This is why the LAPD wanted to sweep it under the rug. And this is why they had Greg Caden to come in and sweep it under the rug to make it look like, oh, it was East and West beef. And it was Bad Boy and Puffy that got Pac murdered and had Suge shot. But when you look at the facts, when you look at the facts and you see to yourself is that, wait a minute, that's not the case. That's cap. It wasn't like how they trying to say it is. And that's why people got to really look at it and say to themselves, nah, it's some BS. You know, it's some BS. And a lot of times, we knew it was some BS. You know, we knew it was some BS. You know, and the truth is slowly coming out. It's coming out. You know, it's coming out slowly. But look how much they had to blame Suge and them. Because they didn't really want the real, actual facts to come out. They didn't want the actual facts to come out. You know? They didn't want the actual facts to come out. But we knew that there was a lot of lying going on. We knew. It's your boy Bullis Gotti. Salute.